So lecture 24. So what we have done, so in the last lecture we have done that if we want to find out the directional derivative of f in the direction of u, then it is del f times that u vector. So generally we take the u vector to be u vector as a unit vector. So we'll do few properties on the directional derivatives, and this will be on the basis of these properties, and we'll do questions also. So let's say we have du f. So this is the dot product of two vectors, right? So this can be written as del f mod u times the cos theta, right? Is it okay? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is the definition of the dot product, right? So we are writing the dot product in this form, okay? So now we know that our u is a unit vector, so that can be written as del f times the 1 and cos theta. True? Now, can you tell me what is the maximum value of cos theta?
1.
1
1. And what is the
1.
minimum value of cos theta? That is minus
minus 1.
Minus 1.
Minus
You know
1.
that? Yes. So you know that the maximum value of cos theta is 1. So therefore, your duf max is equal to del f mod, right? True? So we say that by this we say that f function f increases most rapidly when cos theta is equal to 1 or theta is equal to 0, or when u is in the direction of gradient vector. Gradient vector del f at p, right? Right? Are you getting the point? See, cos theta is equal to 1 means what? Your theta has to be 0. So if your theta is 0, that means del f and u are in the same direction, right? So del f, so your directional derivative will be maximum when your u is in the direction of, so your directional derivative is maximum when your u is in the direction of gradient vector del f at point p, right? So is it okay? Are you getting this? Are you getting this?
Sir, can you please repeat the second step?
Yeah, I'm saying that your function f increases most rapidly when your cos theta is equal to 1. That means your theta is equal to 0. So that means u and gradient f are in the same direction, right? Or u is in the direction of gradient vector. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Are you with me on this? So, and the maximum value of that directional derivative is this much. That means mod of del of f. Fine? Right? True? So, can you tell me what is the direction of, what is the most rapid direction of decrease? In which direction the f will decrease the most?
When theta is equal to 90 degree,
No.
not 180 degree.
Yes. So our second point is, so we know that when your cos theta is minimum, so duf will be minimum when you have, and the amount, minimum amount is mod of del of f, and it is minimum when your theta is 180 degree, right? So that means entirely opposite direction to the u, right? Are you getting this? So in other words, in the direction of minus u. True?
Yes, sir.
True? Are you getting this? And the last point is any direction u orthogonal to the gradient vector is the direction of no change, yeah, zero change. And what is that direction? That is theta is equal to pi by 2. Because if you keep theta is equal to pi by 2, then your del duf would be del f times the cos pi by 2, and which is 0. So amount of that change would be what? 0, right? So if you take theta to be pi by 2, there will be no change, and if you take theta to be 0 degree, the change will be maximum. If you take theta to be 180 degree, then your change would be minimum. Is it okay? Are you getting this? Yes. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
sir.
Now we'll do one example and few questions on this, and then you see this thing. Okay. So let's say I'm starting from an example. So example is we have f xy is equal to x square by 2 plus y square by 2, right? So sorry, y square by 2. So we need to address these 3 points which we have done. That means these 3 points are asked in this question. First, find the direction, find directions in which, let me put it like this, find directions in which f increases most rapidly, right, at 1, 1. Second, f decreases most rapidly at 1, 1. Third, directions of no change, right? Direction of no change. So before getting into the ideas, first of all, make your u as your unit vector, and secondly, calculate the gradient. So these are the 2 things which you always keep on, right? Which you always calculate in these types of questions. So first of all, calculate the gradient at 1, 1. And what was the gradient? As I've told you, it was curly f upon curly x at 1, 1 I plus curly f upon curly y at 1, 1 j. Right? Are you with me? Are you getting me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is the derivative of f with respect to x? Can anybody?
X.
X.
X, yes. So x at 1, 1 I. And what is the derivative of f with respect to y?
Y.
Y.
Y. So y at 1, 1 with respect to j. So it becomes, so you put the value of x only, I plus j. So this is your gradient at 1, 1. True? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what is the direction of unit vector? Let's say you have, so its direction is, let's check its direction, okay? So its direction is, what is its direction? I plus j, I mean the unit vector, we need to calculate 1 plus 1. So that becomes 1 by root 2 I plus 1 by root 2 j. True? So this is the direction of what? Most rapid direction, because the direction of the gradient is the most rapid direction. And what would be the direction of most rapid decrease? Can you tell me?
Minus 1 by
The
root 2
minus
I cap
है.
minus 1 by root 2
Yes.
j cap.
Yes. This is the max increase, and most decrease is minus 1 by root 2 I minus 1 by root 2 j. True? Are you with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? So is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what are the directions of zero change at 1, 1? Tell me. Directions of zero change are the direction perpendicular or orthogonal to del f, and they are nothing but it's something like minus 1 by root 2 I plus 1 by root 2 j, or 1 by root 2 I minus 1 by root 2 j. True? समझ आ रही है
Yes,
बात?
sir.
इसके
Yes, sir.
परपेंडिकुलर और इसके परपेंडिकुलर देखना है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो ऐसे ही
Yes,
लेंगे ना
sir.
यूनिट वेक्टर, इसके परपेंडिकुलर, राइट?
Yes, sir.
राइट? विद मी? ठीक है ना?
Yes,
एक
sir.
पॉजिटिव
Yes, sir.
एक नेगेटिव, so that
Yes,
dot
sir.
product
Yes,
has
sir.
to be zero. So that dot product has to be 0. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do few more questions from from exercise 12.7. So yeah, so there is question number, let's say 2. So we need to find out the only gradient vector fxy is given to us at point 1, 1. So can you do it? See, first of all, we need to find out curly f upon curly x at 1, 1 I plus curly f upon curly y at 1, 1 j. So that would be our gradient vector, right? So curly f upon curly x, it's what? 1 upon x square plus y square into 2x.
Yes, sir.
And this is 2y upon x square plus y square. Right? So you put 1, 1 over here, so it becomes what?
I plus j.
I cap
Yes.
plus j cap.
That's it. Okay? That's what we want. We want to find out the gradient function. That's it. Okay, so let's suppose if you have a function like this, then we can generalize the idea. So let's say you have question number 5, and that's what f of x, y, z is equal to x square plus y square minus 2z square plus z log x at point 1, 1, 1, 1. So can we do it? How
Yes,
can we do
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
जस्ट एक चीज और आ जाएगी, अब z आ जाएगा ना, क्योंकि अब now you see that there are 3 variables, right? And next one is output. So ग्राफ कितना हुआ ये? ग्राफ में क्या हुआ? 4 का सेट बन गया ना, 3 इनपुट 1 आउटपुट, ठीक है? तो अब जो ग्रेडियंट वेक्टर होगा वो कितने कंपोनेंट लेके आएगा?
3 component.
3, right? So earlier we used to have 2 components, right? Because we used to have 3D function. Now we have a 4D function. Okay, so we can't plot it, but we can calculate it. So we'll extend our ideas and we'll associate another component with it. So if let's say we want to find out the gradient at point 1, 1, so what should be the idea? Curly f upon curly x at 1, 1, 1 curly f upon curly y at 1 1 1 1 1 and curly f upon curly z at 1 1 1. Right? Is it okay? Yes. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So,
J और
J
K
and
क्या
Z. So J and K
J and K
component.
क्या पाएगा ना?
sorry.
K क्या पाएगा?
It has to be Z over here and it has to be K over here. Okay. True?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So curly f upon curly x is what?
2x plus z.
2x plus z at 1 1 1 I. And next, curly f upon curly y. So we have only one term of y.
Z
So y.
by
तो Z by X आएगा.
Z by X होगा.
Oh, sorry.
Log X
Z
है.
by x. Z by x आना चाहिए यहाँ. 2x plus z by x. Right? So that's it. Curly f upon curly y is okay. And what about curly f upon curly z? It will become minus
minus 4Z
X plus log
plus log X.
Plus log x.
log x at 1 1 1 k cap. True? सही बात है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it becomes what? 2 plus 1, 3i plus
Plus 2j
2T.
plus
minus 4k.
Plus
Minus
4k.
4k.
4k. That's it. So that is the gradient vector. Okay. So let's say question number 9. So that's what. So this is important type of the question, and you can go through the previous papers and you will find that there are few questions on the basis of this topic which were asked. 2xy and minus 3y square. Okay, so at point 5 5 in the direction 4i plus 3j. Right? It's fair enough. So how you find the directional derivative? First of all, what do you need? So this is your directional derivative. Okay? Right? Can you see this?
yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, let's say calculate the curly f up curly f, that means del f at 0.55. So curly f upon curly x at 55 I plus curly f upon curly y j cap at 55. So curly f upon curly x is what? 2y, right?
2y.
And curly f upon curly y is what?
2x minus 6.
2x minus 6y.
Minus- Yes. At 55 g. So this becomes what? 10i
Minus 20.
minus 20j. Okay. So now we need to find out the unit vector in this direction. True? So what is the unit vector in this direction? So let's calculate that u. क्या आ जाएगा? 4i plus 3j upon what?
5.
Root of 16
Yes.
plus 9.
Now, this we have done that formula. We have derived that formula that if we want to find out the derivative of u in the f, direction derivative of f in u direction at 5 5, that would be del f times the what? U. है ना? Del f dot product with the u. So what is del f? 10i minus 20j times 4 by 5i plus 3 by 5j. तो ये कितना आ जाएगा अपने पास?
Minus 4.
8 minus 12 minus 4. So can you check it? question number 16. So again, we have now 3 variables. So it's a 4D thing. So doesn't matter, we'll extend our ideas in a similar way. EYZ plus log of ZX. I'll not be able to write it over here, so let me write it. Plus log of ZX. So at point 1, 0 and half, right? And in the direction which is given to us, I plus 2j plus 2k. Okay, true? So
Yes.
so how you can do it? You just calculate the partial derivative. First of all, we need the del f, and at point 1, 0 and half. Del f we were talking about. So let's say directly calculate the partial derivative. So let's say you do it with respect to x only. So it becomes minus sine xy into xy, derivative of xy with respect to x. So you will get y only, right?
Bye.
So here it is. Plus. So you do it with respect to y. So what do you get?
So we will have to partial differentiate
Yes,
log
yes, yes.
z tail.
Yeah. That we got.
X को
Yes. So that is minus y sine xy plus
Plus
Z.
1 by z.
1 by x.
into z
Yes, sir.
at 1, 0 and half.
Half.
Right. Okay. So with respect to y, so we'll have again minus x sine y xy, right? Because we are doing it with respect to y this time. So this is EYZ into z, 1, 0, half. Okay, j, and this is I plus. So with respect to z, so EYZ into y, 1 by zx into x at 0.10 half. Okay, true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these z and z will get cancelled, and if you put 1 over here, so you will get only 1, right? Because y is 0. So 1 times the I plus, and here again if you put y is equal to 0, it becomes 0, and this becomes 1, and this becomes 1. Sorry, this becomes half. So this is half, right?
Yes,
Check
sir.
करते जाना.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so plus. Again,
2k
if you put y
2k
2k
cap.
cap.
K cap.
only
2k cap.
2k, yes. So we are left with I plus half j plus 2k. Now we want to find out the directional derivative of f in the direction of u. So first of all, we need to calculate that u direction. So I'm calculating it over here. So that was I plus 2j plus 2k, 1 plus 4 plus 4. So that is
1 by
3.
3.
1.
yes. Just a minute. Wait, more make space. Yes. So this is 1 by 3i plus 2 by 3j plus 2 by 3k, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll take the dot product of these two things. Okay. So into 1 by 3 I plus 2 by 3j plus 2 by 3k. So this is equal to what?
2.
1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 4 by 3. So this is 6 by 3, which is 2. Okay? Yes. Is it fine?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Question number 21. So this is your f of xyz is equal to log xy plus log yz plus log zx. And point is given to us 1, 1, 1, 1. So again, we are asked to get the most rapid direction and most rapid increase and decrease. Both the direction we need to calculate. Okay. So in this, we need to calculate only del f, okay, and the mod of that at point 1, 1, 1. So that is curly f upon curly x at 1, 1, 1 I plus curly f upon curly y at 1, 1, 1, 1 j plus curly f upon curly z at 1, 1, 1 k. So can you calculate it? Curly f upon curly x क्या बन जाएगा? 1 upon xy into y, 1 upon zx into
to Z.
z. Okay. Plus. Now, this will be of similar format, right? ऐसे ही दोनों का निकल आएगा ना?
हाँ सर.
क्योंकि अगर हम यहाँ पुट कर रहे हैं दोनों बार क्या आ जाएगा अपने पास? y और y कट गया, z और z कट गया. तो यहाँ क्या बनेगा? 1 1 पुट करोगे क्या बन जाएगा? 2i. ऐसे ही बाकियों का भी 2j और 2k ही बनेगा.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, 2j और 2k ही बनेगा ना. तो now if you want to find out the max value of amount of the maximum increase and the direction, how you gonna get it? तो पहले तो del f का mod at 1, 1, 1. So that would be 4 plus 4 plus 4. So that is 12. So what is that? 2 root 3. Okay. So this is the amount of the change which you can get. And what is the direction?
सर divide by 2 root 3 कर देंगे.
हाँ जी. किसको? इस वैक्टर.
हाँ
तो
सर.
del f को.
ठीक है. तो ये बन जाएगा अपने पास 1 by root 3i
Root 3 I cap.
plus 1 by root 3j plus 1 by root 3k. And similarly, direction of rapid decrease is what?
Minus.
Minus
Yes.
1 by
Sin
root.
आ जाएगा.
माइनस कर देना. हो पाएंगे क्वेश्चंस?
Yes.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
एकदम आसान से ही. ठीक है. So now I'll giving you some bonus thing which is a kind of abstract thing. हमें उसकी इतनी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत नहीं है, लेकिन still just in order to get a sense of completion I'll do that point. Okay. So let me fix those things. So we have done the directional derivative, right? So याद है मैंने आइडिया क्या समझाया था डायरेक्शनल डेरिवेटिव के लिए? किसी को याद है? क्या आइडिया क्या था? बेसिकली आइडिया क्या था? What is the directional derivative? Basic idea, not about the formula. Can anybody tell me?
सर किसी और लाइन के अबाउट स्लोप
किसी और लाइन के, that's it. किसी और लाइन के along अगर हमने डेरिवेटिव निकालना हो तो, ठीक है. सो अगर हमने along x axis निकालना होता था तो कैसे करते थे हम? Sort of limit h goes to 0, f of x plus h y minus f of x y upon h. यही होता है ना? ट्रू? अच्छा, ओके. अगर मैं इसको ऐसे बोलूं कि अगर मैंने ये पॉइंट x0 y0 पे निकालना है, so I'll replace that xy into x0 and y0. Are you with me on this?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, if I want to find out this, I'll do what? I'll take that increment into in y. ऐसे ही ना?
Yes, sir.
ये तो पहले भी किया होगा मेरे ख्याल से, मतलब कहीं और भी हो सकता है. Okay, in this way, true. Okay, so I'll give the general definition. Then if you want to find out the derivative in any direction, so any direction, we take that any direction as u1i plus u2j, right? And we know that any direction will take the point as x naught plus t u1 and y is x naught, sorry, y naught plus टी यू. ऐसा ही था, ये तो हमने किया था ना, बोलो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The line passing through the P naught, है ना, and parallel to the U. The line passing through P naught and parallel to U. अब इसकी डेफिनेशन बनानी है, तो इसकी डेफिनेशन यानी वही डायरेक्शनल डेरिवेटिव की डेफिनेशन कैसे आएगी ये देखना है तुम्हें. तो इसी चीज को देखोगे अब ध्यान से बस. सो दैट विल बिकम df by dt in the direction u at the point p naught. So limit t goes to 0 f of. यहां पहले क्या हो रहा था, यहां पहले या तो इसमें इंक्रीमेंट था या इसमें इंक्रीमेंट था. अब क्या होगा, अब दोनों में इंक्रीमेंट होगा. ओके, सो दैट मींस so in order to take that thing, so you'll write it as x naught plus tu1, okay, and comma y naught plus tu2, right? So I don't have this piece over here, so let me make it here. Yes, so minus f of x naught y naught upon t. Are you getting this? Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So why I'm not taking the u over here? So see, I've taken the u over here, but I'm not mentioning any u over here. Why? Of course, I'm mentioning the point. See, this is the p naught point, right? So I'm getting that partial derivative with respect to x or with respect to y at p naught point. And the same p naught point I've also mentioned over here as well. But here I'm also mentioning the direction, but here I'm not mentioning the direction. Why? Can anybody tell? Very simple reason. किसी को नहीं पता? Are you getting my voice?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
अरे एक छोटा सा रीजन है, सोच के बताओ जल्दी. अरे सीधी सी बात है, यहाँ it's parallel to the x-axis or parallel to the y-axis. So direction is clear, either the I direction or the J direction. True.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Got the point? So that's why
Yes,
we are
sir.
mentioning we are specifically mentioning the direction over here because we don't know in which direction it is going to have. Okay, so we are not exactly getting the direction, but here we are sure of the direction that either it is in the x direction or it is in the y direction. Why? Because we are keeping the other direction as constant, but here we are taking the general direction. True?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's how the directional derivative can also be calculated in this way as well. Question. I mean, I can give it to you as an exercise. So just do example number 1. So I'm just leaving it as an exercise. It's a kind of optional exercise, but you should do it. Okay. So on the basis of this definition, just go through example 1, 958 page. Okay. So basically you will get, you will calculate the directional derivative using this formula, and you can actually cross check by using another formula which we are actually using, and that is nothing but this thing, directional derivative. Okay, so you can use both those formula and can verify that you will get the same answer, right? So that's it for today.